Nigeria info. Your mic is always on. Let's talk.
Now you find like this.
It's me, at this time.
This is good of you. You look good. Oh my, I need better. You come fresh like this.
This is me at this night. Daddy Freeze, how now? Toilet for you, Baba.
Good. I'm good. Please, I'm sending you something.
Yeah.
Can you access your DM? No. Oh wow. I couldn't. I wanted to pose the topic.
Yeah. And pin it.
Yeah, and pin it. Can you access your DM while you're doing this?
My Instagram DM. Actually, you know what? I can, because I have two phones. One skanky phone like that. That it doesn't mean I'm rich or anything. Just means that I have, two phones.
It means that God is with you.
It means that
before we go on, we're discussing, I'm a feminist.
Hit me up. Okay, got you.
Okay. So okay, let me send that to you here. Shay.
House of Africa. So, Daddy Freeze, what was happening about 2-3 minutes before I joined you?
Yeah.
Is that I was live with my fans, just waiting for you to get on, and so I told everybody to come over here and join in our conversation.
Okay, the radio is ready. Let me bring you on live.
Daddy Freeze.
Hey.
She's ready, yeah?
Of course, right here, looking gorgeous.
Hi guys.
Live in a while, ladies and gentlemen, is the one and the only Shay.
Twale season, Twale season. Shouting out to everybody that is logging in right now with me and Daddy Freeze.
Ada is saying hello.
Hi, Ada.
Partner in crime. We run this cartel, yeah? So every night we just do bad things together on the radio.
Wow. I'm sure the things are not that bad. So,
how are you doing?
I'm okay. I was sleeping earlier on. I don't know if you saw my video in my celestial looking hat, Celestial Church of Christ. I don't know.
I saw that. I reposted it on my story. You don't look like you just woke up. You look fresh, actually, you look like you just woke up. That kind of fresh.
Right. I woke up like this. Ching.
Hey, Chingling. How are you doing, Shay?
I was asking so many different questions. Guys, slow down. Let Daddy Freeze.
All right, guys, calm down a little. By the way, congratulations on your new hit, or your new, which is going to be a hit.
Which we pray is going to be a hit. I mean, everybody's taking it so well. The streets are loving it. Radio's loving it. It's out on a lot of TV stations already before we even sent it to them. So that's a nice blessing. There's so much love. Shout out to Zlatan.
You have to pay to get the play.
Yeah, but no, actually, there's just love.
Just love.
Yeah,
right, that's right.
Support is it's real love. Like I'm so honored right now, because like I said, a lot of people are picking it up and playing it before I even send it to them, before my team has sent it to them. Everybody's like, oh, we already have it. So it's like, okay, so that's
a good feeling. Trust me, if there ever was a good feeling, that is a good feeling, when you know that your work is being appreciated.
Yes.
Now, to the topic today.
Right.
We're talking about, I wish I could post this. So let me we're talking about thriving in the music industry as a woman.
Yeah.
And post COVID-19. You're one of the few Nigerians who have decided on embarking upon a musical career.
Right.
And I want you to tell us about how the journey's been so far from a woman's perspective. This week was supposed to be Women's Week on my show on 99.3 Nigeria Info. It's called Live and Dangerous. I was supposed to have a first lady. I'm not going to mention which one. Look, having her next week. So we're talking about women because I personally want to promote our women.
Please, thank you.
I want women to come from the back burner to the foreburner. And this is really, really important to me. So how easy was it for you to break into the music industry? Because you are, you're a talented musician. You have you're a celebrity by every right. You're a hit maker because you have a catalog of hits. But how easy was it for you to navigate this industry from when you initially started? Just tell us a bit about your background, even though most of us, like me, I know everything about you, but I still want to have a refresher course, master class.
Right. So, well, to be honest, there's like two sides to this story. So obviously I was born and raised in the UK to Nigerian parents. Obviously before I moved to Nigeria, I had been coming to Nigeria almost every year with my mom, with my family from a young age, until one year my mom dropped me in Nigeria and she disappeared. And it was like, okay, I had to like literally live here and school here for a few years. And then one day she was like, and then one day I guess, you know, she had mercy on me and came to pick me up and collect me and take me back to the UK, where I continued my further education. But for as long as I can remember, I had been singing anyway from a young child, even in my school, my primary school in Nigeria. It was Junior Strides Academy or something like that. And then I went on to Command. Then I went on to Queen's College for, maybe like half a year. And that's when my mom kind of took me back to the UK. And then, you know, secondary school, college, higher education, everything, just music, extracurricular, music. Went to, I did music management, music business management at university. It was music, and I was singing in church. I was singing in my local community choir as well, and I tour. And it was like this Christmas tour that the choir was going on every year in Japan by the Blue Note and Jazz Cafe, Blue Note. Something, you know, it was just weird. It was weird, but it was a really amazing experience for me. And I was really young then. But going to Japan, visiting, I think 13 different cities, singing in different concert halls. It was just amazing. I came back from that tour and I said to my mom, I was like, Mom, you know what? I know what I'm going to do and what I'm going to be for the rest of my life is a musician, singer. And she obviously opposed it. She wasn't happy. She wanted me to be a lawyer or a doctor or whatever. But, you know, when I graduated, she was like, okay, cool. You can be whatever you want now. And then I joined this girl band called From Above. And From Above was a UK-based girl band, 5 girls, managed by Beyonce's dad. And with him under his management for 3 years. We signed a record deal with Sony. We went on tour with Beyonce. So we supported her on tour for the whole of her UK tour. And I think that year it was the I Am tour. So I don't know if anybody's a Beyonce fan, but you'll remember the I Am tour was like probably her biggest tour at that point. Biggest world tour at that point. So we supported her on her UK leg. And that was really amazing. That was my first time performing in front of like 12, 15, 18, 20,000 people at one pop. And we had a great little short career, me and From Above and I. And we started our own reality show called Breaking From Above, which basically was about making a band and then trying to break the band, like with all the pressures of being females, 5 females together in a band, living together, rehearsing together, eating together, drinking together. And so it was like about the making and the breaking points of a girl band. And that was on MTV, and it was syndicated to 166 countries around the world. So by the time I had moved back to Nigeria and the girl group had broken up, some people had already known who I was because of the MTV show, because it actually aired in Nigeria. But coming to Nigeria, so that was the end of my career, I guess, in the UK and abroad. Not the end, but like it was the end of an era. So the group broke up. I moved to Nigeria after my mom passed away. She had these dreams, you know, that I had made a very successful career for myself back home in Nigeria, which is what she told me. She said, I had a dream. And of course, at that time, I was like, no, I'm not going to Nigeria. What are they singing in Nigeria? Please, come on. I don't want, what am I? You understand? But she was right. After she passed away, I met Sound Sultan in the UK. And I was a little bit lost at that time because I was like, I don't know what to do. I want to sing, and I know you're Nigerian, and I love your music. I love your voice. I think you're amazing. I didn't even know that, you know, the kind of music that Sound Sultan was singing, which is quite contemporary, was big out here, right? But I didn't even know he was as known as he is, or as he was, and he is. But he invited me. He said, hey, you know what? I want to introduce you to a guy called Cecil Hammond, who I think can help your career in Nigeria. He's a promoter. So me and Cecil got talking. I signed with Flight Time over the phone. And the next thing I knew, I was in Nigeria, recording with Del B and Harry Songs and Dr. Amir, who I still work with till today. And we recorded a song called Loving Your Way. I'm loving your loving your way. And then all of a sudden, with those two songs, I remember Cecil Hammond putting me on stage with David O, Wizkid, Rick Ross, Chris Brown. That, like, I was on every Flight Time production there ever was. So, and that's how people started to know who I was. So I owe a lot to Sound Sultan. I owe a lot to Cecil Hammond. I owe a lot to Two-Face, actually, because Two-Face, before I moved to Nigeria, funnily enough, I met Two-Face in the UK, and Two-Face took me on tour with him and his team around across the Ukraine. And that was the first Nigerian or African audience I ever performed in front of. So it's because of Two-Face, actually. And that's how Sound Sultan got wind of me. And then Cecil Hammond. So now I'm talking about all these men, right, that have basically helped me. So I'm getting to your topic, right? I'm getting to the topic. Okay. So you have all these guys that, you know, helped me through and helped kind of put me on and introduced me to the right person, the next person, you know, and took the leap of faith to kind of like invest in this girl, Shay, or at that time I was just called Shay. But Shay kind of just came about, long story. But we have all these guys. And then funnily enough, I'm missing out a very vital piece of information. Sorry. Before I actually signed with Cecil and Flight Time, there's a lady called Deola Art Alade. And at the time, Deola Art Alade owned a record company called Soul Music. And I think Dari was the only person signed to that label. So actually, the conversation started with her. And so it was Sound Sultan introducing me to Two-Face, introducing me to Sound Sultan introducing me to Cecil. But before Cecil really got involved and put that foot forward, I was already talking to Deola Atalade. So she was the first person to actually invite me out to Nigeria to work on a project for Dari. So that's how I first came, okay, to write songs and do backing vocals for Dari. And I remember she had a lot of interest in me. She helped me a lot. And put me through to the right people then, but I didn't really stay. I didn't stick around. I didn't feel like it was, you know, for me. I came back to London. Then Cecil came in and was like, come to Nigeria. Came to Nigeria. I started popping the first year, popping. So you have all these guys that have helped my career, influential people and people that, you know, are well established in Nigeria. But all through that time, I didn't really see any females. I didn't really see male artists, or, you know, really killing the game the way Wizkid and Davido and all those guys, the band, I think at that time was, still popping, and I didn't really see any females that were popping per se. Until one day, I performed at a show called Rhythm Unplugged, and I remember a lady called Tiwa Savage invited me stage. So I was backstage, and she was on stage, and she said, I was just backstage just doing me, and I was waiting to go on stage, and I think she had just finished with like Mo Hits or Maven or whatever. I don't even know what they were called at that time. But anyway, she had just finished with them, and she stayed on the stage. She said, I want to call my friend, my sister, Shay. And I was like, oh my God. Oh, okay. So I got on stage, and everybody was like, oh, because obviously everybody had already heard Loving Your Way, and Irawo, I think, at that point. And, that was nice. So that was the first female kind of like support, or, female that I even knew or saw that was really doing something. Do you understand? But what I realized after that was that there wasn't really many females popping in the Nigerian music industry. And I didn't really understand or know why. But what I did understand was that it was a lot of, there was a big gap between females and males, because they're, and that introduction onto the stage by Tiwa was, for me, I thought that's how it, I felt that was quite special, and I felt that was something that, okay, all right, at least, there are women doing their thing out here, and women supporting women. But as time went on, I started to realize that wasn't actually the case. We're not supporting women, and there weren't that many women doing it big. And I really wanted to kind of keep that effort and make the effort to be one of the women that comes into the game, stays in the game, and supports other women in the game. Which by now I have a lot of support, and I support a lot of my female contemporaries like Niniola and Yemi Alade, and we all have songs together. Me, Niniola, me, Yemi Alade, myself and Simi are working on something, and Cuppy, it's amazing time to have released Twale, because Cuppy released her album the same day I released Twale, so we were both supporting each other's release, and as she was posting me, I was posting her, and she featured me on her radio show. So over time, I have seen a lot of female support, females in females. But it wasn't like that in the beginning. It wasn't like that in the beginning, because there just wasn't in the beginning. So me thriving as a female, very thick-skinned. I've had to like not give up. It's been hard. I've been put in predicaments and in situations whereby I would, people would want me to do things that would make me not feel very good. So,
yeah.
This is men. It's mainly a men-run industry. So a lot of men were trying to get into my knickers and trying to make me do things that I didn't want to do.
Can we talk about that for a second? Can I press pause? Yeah.
With the fame and
hold on. Can you mention one man that tried to get your knickers?
Huh?
Can you mention one guy that tried to get into your knickers?
That if
just give us a little clue, like a teeny weeny tiny little clue.
A very, very influential person in the music industry, who promised fame and all kinds of things. And maybe because I didn't do it, actually my sister is a very spiritual woman. She flew to Nigeria one year to watch one of my concerts, and she met him, and she was like, I don't like this man. I don't like this man. This man, he's sleazy and he's slimy, and he wants one thing. Shay, yo, I see London. So I and pastor, I think I told you about her. She adores you, Daddy Freeze, and she's actually a pastor. So anyway, I didn't sign his whole
thing. Again, there are pastors that actually like me. Oh, thank God.
I told you this, but anyway, so I didn't sign up with him. we did some work together, but I didn't sign with him. And, you know, ever since then, I kind of got an idea of what women probably have to face, especially in Nigeria. I think it happens all over the world in the music industry, and probably in every industry anyway. But I feel like, you know, you just have to kind of like make your bed and lay in it, and however you choose to start, it's however you continue, really. But it's been hard for me because I'm a very strong-willed person. I'm very stubborn. I'm very, very stubborn, and anybody that knows me will tell you I'm extremely stubborn. I don't relent. I don't back down. Most of my career has been funded by myself, by partnerships, money that I make from endorsements or shows or my streams and downloads. You know, I reinvest it back into my next project. So sometimes when it's hard or when things are slow or when I don't release music for a long time, it's because I'm trying to make the right investments, trying to find the right partnerships, right? So that I don't just end up broke because I'm reinvesting in myself all the time. But I don't knock anybody's hustle. I feel like whatever you do to make money is your business at the end of the day. But I choose to make my money a smart way, a way where I don't feel like I have to depend on anybody forever. And if it runs out, I have to now start looking for who will dash me money or give me money based on, you understand where I'm coming from. So that's just me though, right? But however you do your thing is however you do your thing. And thankfully, Afrobeats has opened up globally, so much so that now independent global record labels are coming into Nigeria. Universal has set up ship here. They're signing us. They're giving us shitloads of money. You know, they're giving us licensing deals, distribution deals, and helping us. So, you know, as a woman, if you got it, you got it. So you get help, you get marketed, you get distributed, you get put out there. So most of us are the ones that really just hung on and have been doing this from day one. You know, I think we're really reaping the fruits now, right? So, but as a woman, it's not easy. We never used to really get as much love in this industry as the men did. But I think the ones that hung on are really reaping the benefits now.
You know, I'm a bit controversial, and no matter how much I try to be calm and gentle, it always just pinches me. So I feel like asking you this question. You don't need to answer, but I would like it if you did.
Yeah.
Do you know any woman, were there any of your colleagues that actually traded their bodies for favors, for placement, for shows, for contracts, for endorsements, for signing on to record labels and all that? Was it a commonplace?
I've heard. Let me tell you, I've heard that that is the common practice. Of course, I've heard that that's the common practice, especially in my industry, be it here in Nigeria or in America.
Even abroad?
Of course, Teddy Freeze. Of course. I've read things, I've heard things. You know, I've even been in situations whereby I have been offered the same kind of thing. You know, but like I said, me, I'm extremely stubborn, and I don't do anything. You know, I don't do anything I don't want to do. If I'm going to sleep with somebody, it's gonna be whether he can help me or not. It's because I like him genuinely, right? And relationship is always more fruitful and beneficial that way. But like, I cannot speak for anybody else because I don't know firsthand who does that. But I know that it must happen, and I've heard it does happen. But everybody, I mean, look, everybody got to make money some way, right? Like, I don't knock anybody that does have to do that, but it's just not my thing. You understand? So like I say, I'm a very, very simple person in my lifestyle. Yes, I live comfortably. I drive a nice car or cars and have great friends, but I don't really put that out there like that. Like, I would rather people just look at me for being a strong-willed person, never giving up and just smashing it every time. Like, anytime I drop a song, it has to hit hard, you know, and that's it. And that's what I'm concerned about. My lifestyle, I feel like my lifestyle is kind of, you know, will speak for itself. I don't really have to put it all out there like that. But I'm an advocate for hardworking women and women that don't give up, particularly. But that other question you asked me, honestly, I cannot answer you honestly because I don't know. I don't know anybody that has had to.
Don't worry, it's all right. It's really naughty. Sure.
Yeah, just
Anyway,
see Daddy Freeze right now.
yeah. On a more serious note, do you feel like you've lost any particular opportunity simply because you're a woman in this industry? Do you feel, or let me make it broader, or was there any point where you feel or felt that you could have negotiated better, or you could have gotten more money if you were a guy, for instance?
Yeah, for sure. There's a particular drinks company, which I won't mention their name, but I think probably all of you will know who I'm talking about, that I was signed to as an ambassador for a few years. And I heard that they had given the guy that I was signed, that was also signed to the same drinks company, like even at the time when they had first signed him, maybe like triple times what I had got. Triple, not double, but triple. Also, he turned up to a shoot one of the shoots for the commercial really late, like maybe 7 hours late. And I was on time. And we were in a different country. It was freezing cold, and like I had to sleep on the floor, like lie down on the, everybody was tired. The holding room was crazy. It was terrible. This guy turns up 7 hours late, and they're like all just pampering him and babying him and whatever. And I don't think it's because of his like status. I feel like more it's because he was a guy. Do you understand? He's a guy, and it's always like that, even at shows. So that thing irritated me. But I've been feeling that kind of sexism, that kind of discrimination, that whole thing, even at shows, you know, where maybe the guy is probably not even as established as you, or has a song that is as popping as you, or whatever. I've seen it happen to another female and another guy that is not even as big, but they give him preferential treatment, you know, just because he's a guy and he has his guys around him. And you as the female, this particular female I'm talking about, I witnessed this happen, is just kind of pushed in one corner and made to sit down and wait, or spoken to somehow. So a lot of us females have to get really strong male managers, right, to look after us, because otherwise we'll just get shat on, you know, for lack of a better word. And so yeah, I mean that was happening a lot of discrimination, a lot of sexism, you know, a lot of down talking, you know, no matter how popping your song is, even as a female, you know, you don't get treated equally. I've seen stuff like that happen, you know, to people. So if you realize, a lot of females will get a lot of females that are strong in the game will have strong team or strong management, you know, especially because we've learned now. You know.
Now, you spoke about a strong male management.
A lot of time is promoters that treat us like crap too, right? So you need a strong male manager.
So, are you saying that in Nigeria, as a female artist, you are better off with a male management than a female management?
I would say so. I've had a female manager and I've had a male manager. I don't know if you remember Didi. Do you remember Didi? My female first manager. Didi was my sister, my best friend, my everything. She was very hardworking and she had my back. But often she used to come back to me, come home, or come back to the hotel room if we're at a show, and just cry, or just, you know, complain that, you know, this promoter just spoke to me like this, and I know it's because I'm a female. They're not giving me tags for your crew, for your dancers. Instead, they were giving so and so's crew 12 tags, 20 tags. They didn't give me one, Shay. She would cry and be like, this person is not answering my call. This person is not picking up my phone call. This person is ignoring me. And it's not because she's stupid or she's ugly, or it's because she's a female. And a lot of the people that she used to, you know, have to be in the same circle with when it came to management were guys. And she always used to complain to me about how hard it was for her to just get respect, or even just to get looked at, or even spoken to, or just ordinary tag for sure. For you as an artist, Shay, they called you, or they're paying you, but they are not treating us right because we're females. It was just me and Didi 2 girls for 3 whole years, running this whole thing, like hustling. That was in the time of Right Now, Murder, Irawo. It was just me and Didi, right? And we used to get you know, side, what do you call that word? You know, just sideline. We used to get sidelined a lot. And it was because most of the artists that were around us were guys. And they had guy managers and everyone, you know. So she used to cry a lot and complain, say they don't respect me, they don't answer my call. Blah, blah, blah. So then we had to look for, you know, a guy that could work with her for me, you know. So we tried different people. If they were, we tried JM Films, who we stuck with for a while, actually, and then we kind of established this whole JM Films music video production. Their first music video was for me, actually, was Murder. That was their first ever music video. And we did that based on, okay, let's try you out, Midgie. And then now Midgie is who Midgie is today. He shoots everybody's videos, and he's the most incredible video director I've ever worked with. And he also shot Right Now, and then after Right Now he shot Crazy, and after that everybody was on him. And you know, that was a phenomenal working relationship. But that also ended because, you know, Didi being the female and they were all guys, and they were, you know, like, I don't know why it happens. I just don't know why it happens. But Didi went through a lot. She went through a lot because of me and for me, and I respect her and I love her a lot. And I'll never forget what she did for me as a female. Strong girl. Now she's managing Pato Ranking. So you can see that, you know, as a female, you got to be strong, and you cannot give up. You just cannot give up, despite what, you know, people say to you or do to you in this man's world, or in this man-dominated industry. And I almost feel like actually tables are turning now. Like, guys are becoming scared of us now. A lot of men will be wondering, Shay, she's still there. Shay still there. After everything, where we don't put her through, she's still there. She still there release music. She still there fight. She still there do her thing. Yes, bro. Yes. You know, I think it's important as a woman to stick to your guns, you know, and do everything you can do and must do to stay relevant and stay, you know, popping.
Did you at any point in your career go through a situation as a victim of a guy, or a guy's decision that made you want to quit? Like, you know what, I can't take this again. I'll rather just go back to the UK. I can't anymore. Did you get to that point? And was there ever pressure put on you, maybe the way you were treated by guys, or the sexual advances that ladies in the industry are faced with regards to demands for their bodies before they can get contracts, before they can get gigs and all that? Was there a point where you almost broke?
Not almost broke. No, man, mama didn't raise no fool. I'm hard as hell. Like, I'm hard as hell. Like, a lot of the advances made to me were not really bribes, because also I'm talented. It's not like I can't sing. Do you understand? And it's not like I don't know business. I'm signed to myself. Stargirl is my own label. So I own all of my content. I own everything. Yes, I'm published to a publisher, Universal Publishing. But that's because, you know, publishing is a bit different. But when it comes to content and owning your own content, that's power. That's money.
Oh, yeah.
And so a lot of people really didn't really F with me, if you permit me to use that word, because I was smart about it, but also mainly because I'm talented. I think if you're not talented, or if you're insecure, and if you're hiding behind and under people's protection, as it were, I feel like a lot of people will be able to penetrate you once those people move out of the way. Do you understand? So if you haven't got your shit together and your business isn't tight, then a lot of people can take advantage of you. But I didn't really face so much of those blackmail and bribery and all those kind of sexual advances. And if you don't sleep with me, you are not going to do this show. People tried it. A lot of guys tried it. Influential guys tried it. Promoters tried it. They will always try it, especially when it was just me and Didi, two girls running around Nigeria, you know, trying to get on gigs, this and another. But we stuck to our guns. And like I said, we had some really good people around us. Sounds Tan always had my back, you know. And so I feel like just because of the respect they had for him too, and a lot of people have for him, you know, I was covered. So, you know, and yeah, and I make my music, I perform, I make my money, I get out, you know. But I never had to sleep with nobody for endorsements or any of these things. No. But I know people, I know people have, and it's a shame. But like I say, I don't knock. It's a shame if they're not happy with themselves about it. But me, I don't knock anybody's hustle. So
now, on a more general note, as we end off, do you think women in Nigeria are treated fairly, or are treated equally when it comes to business, when it comes to opportunities, when it comes to justice? Do you think Nigerian women are enjoying equality with the men in that regard?
you know they're not. You know we're not. Not in Nigeria. Nigeria is like so behind and so backwards when it comes to equality and, you know, equal rights. And, you know, if I mean, all these cases of rape, men raping women up and down, that has come out a lot more now during this COVID period. It's kind of got to the surface where everybody, you know, a lot of it is kind of just, some of it is just like, people cause a fuss and they're like, oh, say no to rape. Oh, this person comes out and says, oh, this person raped me, and everybody makes a pretend fuss about it, like, oh my God, let's protest, let's do this, let's party, whatever. But then it kind of dies out and it goes and it gets swept under the rug, you know. A lot of guys in Nigeria, men, powerful men in Nigeria, whether they're powerful, they're not even powerful, for some reason they get like, their offenses and you know, these rape allegations just disappear somehow. Do you understand? Things that can never happen in the third world. Sorry, in the
Developed world.
developed world. Sorry, I'm so tired right now. But no,
You've been so good at this. You've been doing so well.
You know, we don't live in an equal rights society. Nigeria is just a mess when it comes to women and our rights and our freedom of speech and like things we can do and say. Like in Nigeria, if they see Shay wearing bomb shorts or bra top or twerking a little bit, nothing compared to Beyonce or all these other people that they adore and they worship so much. You know, all of a sudden I'm this bad influence on females, and I'm in Ashewo and I'm this and I'm that. Same with the rape culture. It's crazy because it is almost like a culture now. Like people are raping everybody, guys are raping left, right, and center, and nobody's getting in trouble for it. Nobody's getting persecuted for it. Like, it's crazy. Guys are getting off. If a woman says she was raped, she's a prostitute. She did something. She's the one that did something. You know, to you know, to allow something like that to happen. I just feel like we have a long way to go when it comes to injustice and, you know, women's rights. We're still paid, still not paid as, we're still not respected for the things that we have the ability to do. Some of us can do some of these jobs better than the men can. We're still not given the credit that we're due, that we deserve, even as wives, even as mothers, even as, you understand? So it's ridiculous.
All right. I want us to end with a performance from, see as your eyes lit, from Twale, one of my favorite new songs.
One of your favorite new songs? Oh, nice one.
Oh, yeah. what we're ending with. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Shay. Yeah, drum roll. Brr, boom.
Let me say, actually, okay, you know what? Let me do the tongue twister part in Twale, my new song. I'm gonna start a challenge for those of you that like TikTok and Triller challenges. I'm gonna do a challenge, right? This week, and there's gonna be some grand prizes and some big prizes, and it's just gonna be fun altogether, fun, right? But if you guys can sing this part of Twale, which is probably the hardest parts in the song, and I have something special for you. So here it goes. Tokini tontorigi agbalaje fupaburakata furonini wolala milolo eba. That's the voice of the streets. That's the voice of the streets. Twirling for my people, SRB. Twirling for the mama where they make my song a hit. Twirling for the baba where they hustle in the streets. Twirling for the young where they hustle, na 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 na. Twirling for my people one time more. What's up, boy, people, one time more. Shout hallelujah one time more. Shout hallelujah one time more. Twirling for you, twirling for you, twirling for you. That part of you. So tired. Oh my god, I feel like I'm about to just close my eyes and sleep. But
All right.
Twale challenge is starting this week, so get ready. Go and learn the lyrics. Let's have some fun. I love you guys. Thank you.
All right, guys. Twale challenge starting this week. That was our lady Shay contributing her quota to the discussion about women being relegated to the background in every industry, and how she had to fight her way through, how she had to be stubborn, and how she had to stick to her gun, and at the same time be very talented. Because if you don't have the talent, you might just have to bend the knee.
I didn't say that.
So those that are bending the knee,
Daddy, please.
talented.
Daddy, please.
Only the
It's
knee.
not
They actually, is it the knee they are bending or bending the back? Anyway,
like, bend your knee or bend your back.
or bend your waist.
Something. No, but it's not.
All right.
Like I said, but don't get me wrong. Like I said, now I mean the tables are turning. There's women that are doing their thing and doing it really well and doing it hard and making it harder for men to take advantage of other women because they're showing their value. They're doing it right. They're doing it the right way. They're not relenting, you know, and they're coming with something. They're coming with something, and not just their bomb bomb. They're offering real quality talent and, you know, offering something so valuable. So when you have something valuable to give, it's very hard for people to take advantage of you. It's very hard for people to try and tell you to bend your knee or bend your back, as Daddy Freeze would say. It's very hard for people to expect that from you when you actually have something to give. And so it's important to, you know, nurture and develop whatever talents you have that you know people need, that you can be of service to people for, because that way people will take the piss, you know, and believe in yourself and never give up, quite frankly. You know, there's nothing better than feeling like, okay, you're independent, you can do this for yourself and you don't need nobody else. But that comes with nurturing and developing your skill set and confidence in yourself, belief in yourself.
Absolutely. I've got my partner in crime. Ada, are you there?
Of course I am.
All right, Ada, do you have any question?
Actually, no, like she touched every part, and I like the fact that she was just open-minded and she said everything the way it is.
Absolutely.
So
So
phone lines are actually buzzing. Maybe she can talk to one or two of her fans. Don't you think so?
okay,
Yeah.
Shay, want to take some phone calls.
Okay.
On radio. We're live on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's take 2 phone calls so you can talk to your fans, and then we call it a day. I know you're tired, even though you don't look it. Well,
Okay, 0700 993 993 993. Hello? Hello? Yeah, good evening. Okay, Friday. Want to talk to Shay? Shay, she's here. Go ahead.
Hi.
Okay.
I love your music so much. I want to be fair.
Thank you, bro.
I just got a simple question for you. How have that be upcoming? Are you just only contributing to the upcoming singer as in lady, or do you also have support for the young coming guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
What kind? Somebody tell me.
And that, what did he say?
Okay, he's basically asking Shay. First of all, he appreciated her, that he likes her music and all that. So he's asking, Shay, how are you supporting the upcoming act? Are you just supporting the ladies, or you're supporting both sexes?
I'm supporting both sexes. In my field now, in my industry now, we support each other. Like over the years, as I explained the story to Daddy Freeze, the women have started to come together a little bit more now, and I feel like, that's we're moving forward in that area and that aspect of things. When it comes to upcoming artists, I often do some things like the Shay Features Challenge that I just did a couple of weeks ago, where the Shay Features Challenge, where I put out a call to action and I asked up and coming artists to submit their own demos that they have been sitting there, that have been wishing for a feature on, and I asked them to send it in to a particular, and we had over 500 entries, and we only had that challenge open for a week or two, and we picked 100, then we picked 50, then we picked 10, then we picked 5 main winners, and then 5 runners up. So in that, I now featured on their record for them for free, and basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be releasing the songs, paying for the marketing, the distribution, and everything through a platform called Rabba. And so we vocaled all the songs now, and those songs will be released one every week starting from next week. So all the winners have been announced already. Shout out to all of them. And they all have a feature from Shay now, and they get to distribute their music for free all over the world with support from
Content.
What's that?
Who owns the content?
They own the content. Of course, they own the content. We've signed all the contracts and everything, so everything is great. And shout out to Aristocrat, who helped me facilitate that whole thing. Great management team, great team. And shout out to of Shay Features. So those are the small things I do every now and again, just to like help, up and coming artists and whatnot. So
beautifully said. You couldn't have said it better. One more call and then we call it a day. 2 calls is what we promised.
Okay.
One more
Hello?
call.
Hello.
Yeah. Good evening. Fine, thank you. Great.
Great. Shay, what's up, girl?
how far? How are you?
I'm all right.
Nice to hear from
Hello?
Yeah, I did. I'm here.
Okay.
I want to ask, after you got I want to ask, what state are you from?
What did he say? What state am I from?
Yeah, state, yeah.
My dad is from Ife, actually.
So we're both from Osun State.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone who listened on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Americans, the funny thing is, Americans are from the state they're born.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So I was watching some guy the other day on TV. He said, "Where are you from?" Well, I'm from New York, but my little brother from Minnesota. My dad's from Chicago, and my mom's from Atlanta. I thought it was hilarious.
Interesting.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Thank you so much, everyone, for such a wonderful opportunity. You were spot on the topic. The topic needed to be addressed from a music point of view, growing up or in the industry as a woman, what you went through, and how women need to stand together and fight against abuse, against sexism, against sexual harassment, and all those.
Yeah.
You couldn't have done it better. I'm
Thank
just hoping this wouldn't be on the blogs before we wake up tomorrow morning. You know how these things do.
Is we didn't mention any names, and quite frankly, it is what it is, right?
It is
People
what it is.
whatever industry you get into as a woman, you're going to face that anywhere you are in the world. It's just that some countries are more developed than most countries are more developed than we are in Nigeria. Let's face it. But we're making a stand. We're taking that stand. And a lot of us are breaking that status quo. We're kind of going above and beyond, and we're pushing. So, there's enough I think there's quite a few good examples of females up there for us to look at and be proud of. So it's not all is doom and gloom.
All right. Thank you so much, Shay. Everyone, God bless. Ada.
Thank you.
Love you.
I love you.